Argentina are the current world champions. Lionel Messi has been the driving force behind the national team for well over a decade. With him now entering the twilight of his career, the attention turns to who will be the next big player for Argentina. In today's video, I will show you 5 Argentine Wonderkids to keep an eye on in 2024 using the magic of Football Manager 2024. Santiago Lopez is a product of the Independiente Academy. The 17-year-old was recently part of the Argentine Under-17s World Cup squad that finished 4th in the tournament. After a solid showing, he was in a contract dispute which threatened to hold him back, but he is now looking to be part of the first team that will go off to Miami for pre-season. At the start of FM24, Lopez is 17 years old and shows signs of real potential. He is a player that can play off either wing, even though he prefers the left, and can also be a makeshift striker. He is a quick, direct player who has standout physical attributes of pace, acceleration and agility. In his mental attributes, there is a lot of room for improvement. He is a solid dribbler and scores 14 for his first touch. Passing and technique are his other strong qualities. In 2033, the career path of this save has taken him to Brentford. After playing 153 games for Independiente, he moved to the Premier League. At 27, he has shown massive signs of improvement. His physicals are now impressive, with standouts of agility, balance, pace and acceleration. His mentals still look like his weakest category, but there are small improvements in the technicals. He has developed well, scoring highly for crossing, dribbling, first touch and technique. I think that big things are ahead for Santiago if he can develop as well in real life as he has done in game. In real life, Gianluca Prestianni is on the verge of signing for new club Benfica. He put pen to paper on an €11 million deal that will be completed on the 31st of January 2024. Once his deal is complete, I believe he will benefit from an attribute boost in the winter update. At the start of the original FM24 database, he is at Velez Sarsfield. He's 17 years old. Just by looking at the player, you can see what would have attracted Benfica's attentions to the player. He can play a number of midfield positions, either out wide or through the middle. He scores high in the areas you would expect, with dribbling, flair, agility all being standout attributes. In 2033, the career path in this save sees him move to Real Betis. At the age of 27, you can now see he's developed into a brilliant midfielder who has had a career path that took him to PSG before he landed in Spain. His physicals have now developed well, with agility, pace and acceleration all standing out. In the mentals, his flair and off the ball lead the way, as he has shown massive signs of development. He now scores 16 for dribbling and penalty taking, whilst he has shown big step forwards in other technical attributes too. He has managed 336 games and 74 goals in 10 years of football. For me, Prestianni is a very exciting young prospect who has made a fantastic choice by moving to Benfica. They already have a reputation for developing youth players, and I think he'll go on to achieve big things before inevitably being sold on for a big profit in the future. Keep your eyes on this bright prospect. Claudio Echeverri is a product of the River Plate Academy. He recently was captain of the Argentine Under-17s team that took part in the Under-17s World Cup in Indonesia. He is very highly thought of and in recent months has gained the attentions of Real Madrid. At the start of FM24, he's 17 years old and already looks like a player who could step into most first teams around the world. His natural game is that of an attacking midfielder, but he is also comfortable playing from both wings and can even do a job as a makeshift striker. The standout attributes in his physicals are his pace and acceleration. In the mentals, it's his flair, vision and decisions. In the technicals, he possesses great first touch, dribbling, passing and technique. At the age of 17, he's ready for first team football, which should bring out a massive improvement in his game. In 2033, the career path of choice in this save sees him move to Brazil. He is playing for Flamengo. At the age of 27, this is probably a move that sets him up for a late switch to Europe, as the development of the player sees him as an outstanding attacking midfielder. He now possesses a well-rounded set of physical attributes. He scores 17 for off the ball, 16 for flair anticipation and vision. This is matched up well with his technicals, where he has standouts to dribbling, first touch, passing and technique. He has shown massive improvements in his game and has played 243 games, scoring 67 goals along the way. Echeverri is a big talent who needs to be watched. I think if Real Madrid do follow up their interest in the player, they could develop him to a very high standard. He is already being compared to Messi, so it'll be interesting to see what would happen if he went to Spain. Valentin Barco is one of the better known names on this list. He has been drawing the attentions of teams like Manchester City in real life, as his performances for Boca Juniors have made him a standout performer in his age group. He starts FM24 as a 19-year-old who can play in a number of positions on the left-hand side of the pitch. He has the look of a Gareth Bale type player who may well start off as a wing-back before moving forwards up the pitch with great effect. He is a direct player who at the start of the game has a good set of physical attributes. In the mental side of his game, he scores highly for flair and vision, whilst bravery, teamwork and work rate are also good attributes. In the technicals, he has 15 for dribbling and technique, and scores solid scores for most of his other attributes too. In 2033, the career path of this save sees him move to Fiorentina to play in the top division of Italian football. He has also had spells at Newcastle and Crystal Palace along the way. His physicals didn't develop as well as I would have thought, but he does have standout agility and natural fitness. The other two categories only shown minor signs of improvement as he starts the game off at a high level. He has only played in 153 games in 10 years, which might also have held him back just a little. In real life, clubs are falling over themselves to scout him. He has drawn big interest and seems to be a player that is destined for a move to Europe in the near future. I think with the right career path, he will go on to become a brilliant player. Real Madrid have long been convinced about Nico Paz's abilities. They have developed him slowly to make sure he has had enough minutes at the right level of the game to get the most from him. He has now finally made the breakthrough into the first team and seems destined to be a big player for Madrid in the future. At the start of FM24, Nico Paz is 18 years old. He can play in a number of positions on either wing or centrally. At the age of 18, he doesn't look as developed as some of the other players on this list, but he does possess a lot of potential that should be unlocked with first-team football. He is a hard-working player who has a decent set of physical attributes. He also scores highly for flair, passing, dribbling and vision. He has a lot of developing to do, but Real Madrid are convinced he can fulfil his potential. In 2033, we find him playing for Nacional de Madeira. It seems that his development whilst at Real Madrid in-game stalled, with him not getting any time in Real Madrid's first team. He has played 339 games in 10 years, but only 45 of those were for the first team. He has shown signs of improvement in the physical areas of his game, but only minor improvement all around. At 28, he should be about to reach the peak of his game, but sadly it hasn't worked out for him in this version of FM24. Despite the game's lack of development, I feel this is a player that FM might actually be sleeping on. He has had minutes in real life now for Real Madrid, playing in both La Liga and the Champions League, and he's being touted as a future midfield partner for Jude Bellingham. I think he gets a major upgrade in the winter update, and he's definitely a name to watch both for Argentina and Real Madrid. There we have it then. Those are 5 Argentinian Wonderkids that I think will step into the spotlight and make big progress in their development in 2024. The next generation of talent in Argentina looks bright, and someone will eventually have to replace Messi as Argentina's leading star. Right then, if you're still with me at this point of the video, firstly a big thank you. Secondly, if you could hit the subscribe button to not miss out on any of the other content that will be coming to the channel in the next couple of months, and also leave a like on the video. Don't forget there are other things on the channel: let's plays, hints, tips, tutorials, Wonderkids, a little bit of something for everybody. For this video, I'm going to leave it there. Big thank you for watching. I'll see you on another one very soon.